Welcome to demo, and hello friends, welcome to demo! Today we are making tiny party hats, and I'm really excited about this little craft because one, it is super small, and you know how much I love tiny things, but also it's really fun because then you can make it a gift for someone who's having a birthday. So we are going to get started here. So I'm going to be using a 2-inch wide circle punch today, and I'm going to be using this fun paper here. So this comes in, this is a lawn fawn paper, and it comes in a variety of prints. There's a floral on one side, and then you have like a stitching print on the other side. And so far, I have used the floral a ton in lots of different projects, but I thought this would be really fun today to kind of pair both the background and the floral side to make adorable little party hats. So this is what we're gonna do. So you take the circle punch, and we're gonna punch out our circle here. And I'm going to do a grand total of 6 party hats today because that's what you guys get to do. Everyone gets to make 6 because they are adorable. So first thing you're going to want to do is find 3 colors for your hats. I think I'm going to go with these 3 here. So you'll need 3 circles to make your 6 mini party hats. Then what we're going to do is take a pair of scissors and we're going to cut these in half. So then that way you get one side that's floral and the other side that's the pattern. It has the little stitching on one side. All right, so there we have one of each of those. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our double-sided tape here. You can also use hot glue. I feel like double-sided tape is a little bit easier to use. I have a small little piece. I'm only going to put about halfway on the half circle there. Okay, and I'm going to do that for all of my little party hats. All right, so we're going to do these guys. Have little pieces here, and this one, and this one.
But also confused because I'm not really. You're not able to get to where you're meeting.
All right, so I'm only going halfway up. Then I'm going to peel this off. And to make tiny little party hats, all you have to do is you just wrap them. And it might be easier if you fold it in half slightly and then kind of pinch where the halfway mark is. That way you know where to wrap it, and then you just wrap them and stick them together. And that's how you get the cute little cone for the base of your party hat. Pretty easy to do for making this little tiny party hat. I always, when I was younger, always try to figure out how to cut a perfect little circle to make a perfect little party hat, and I never felt like I was successful. And so this time I'm like, I know exactly what to do. You only need a half circle to make a perfect little party hat. And I thought that was wonderful. So obviously if you're making a much larger party hat, you might need to have more of a circle, but since these are going to be tiny to fit on your little fingers, that might actually be the perfect size.
Or for fairies.
Or for little fairies, exactly. You never know. Now if you have any little tape that's exposed, you can kind of roll it, so then that way you don't see the tape and you can kind of pull that off there if that's an issue. All right, so we got 3 little party hats. Now we got 4.
Or is there a brown in there? Light brown and
All right, that's 5. And our last little party hat. I'm actually going to wait to do this one because we're going to be using a very fun little twine, which I forgot to cut. I got to go cut it.
Oh, nice. It's so sweet.
Okay. All right. So now for putting on little party hats to make them more exciting, because let's be honest, this isn't really quite exciting yet. It's just a little basic, it's a little boring, but we're gonna make it a lot more fun. So what we're gonna do here is, especially on this one right here where we have only the partial mark, I'm gonna take, or partial tape, I'm gonna take my twine here and I'm going to fold it. So it's just a much smaller piece. And I'm gonna take this guy and I'm gonna stick it on here, right on the double-sided tape like this. All right. Then I'm gonna take my hot glue. Oh, hello, Linda. And I'm going to put hot glue here. We were just talking about our little, today we're making tiny little party hats, and I was like, oh, Linda's not here. We were wondering.
I had dental surgery.
Oh no! I hope you're doing okay.
So I'm not saying much.
Oh, that's all right. That's okay. But are you in pain or anything? Oh, good.
Still numb.
Still numb. Oh, well, that's good at least.
Yeah, just 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! And you came right on over. Well, we're happy to see you, Linda.
Thank you.
I asked them if I could run errands, and they said, well, it depends.
It depends on what the errand is.
Yeah.
All right. So what I was just telling them, to make these little cute little party hats, what we have done is cut out 2-inch wide circles, and I cut them in half. I put a little piece of double-sided tape only on half of the circle. Now I'm taking my waxed linen twine and I've folded it in half, and I'm folding it in half a second time. And I'm going to stick that on my double-sided tape. Now I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue here. So then that way, when I take my party hat and I'm going to wrap it up. Whoops. Let's see if I can do this.
Plus, I get to see Sharon. I haven't seen her since.
Oh, we're going to wrap this here, and we're going to lock our waxed linen thread in place. Hopefully this will go perfectly the way that I want. If not, then I'll just try it again. There we go. All right, so we have our circle, and then we have our little floopies up at the top here. Yes.
I wondered how that was doing.
Yes, I know it is a little tricky. And then I'm going to trim my little wax linen thread. So we have our little topper bits here. Now, all these other ones here, I want to add a little bit of extra ribbon. So what I'm going to do, because these are our tiny little party hats, so they're obviously not very big. But what I want to do is I want to put ribbon along the bottom, and I obviously want to have a little topper. This one already is going to have a little topper, but I want this one to have something a little different. So depending on the width of the ribbon that you're going to choose will determine how wide of the tape you're going to use.
Okay.
So I'm going to take my tape here, and I'm going to, I think this is the one I'm going to, actually, I think I'm going to do this one here. I'm going to take my tape, I'm going to wrap it around here. I'm putting the tape on the seam. That's the most important part. That way it doesn't, that way you know you don't want it to kind of pull apart over time. Then we're going to take our double-sided tape and we're wrapping it all the way along the bottom here. All right, then we're going to peel this off, and then you're going to have your ribbon. We'll use this one here, and we're going to stick that right there on the bottom of our little hat. Now this is obviously, this is a little sheer ribbon. We'll see how this turns out. If this doesn't look good, then I might end up going with a different one. I think I'm going to go with a different ribbon. I wasn't sure how I was going to like the sheer anyway. I'm going to go with this one. I think I like that color much better. All right, so this is going to be my little satin ribbon. All right. And there we have, oh, and then of course we need our little skewer. Since this is waxed linen, what you do here is you hold this up to the base, and then you actually take these little guys and you wrap them around and make them curl. Yes, you know. Exactly. I've done that before, but I absolutely love the look of that. It looks very, very fun. So we are going, so for our little $5 craft this week, everyone will get to make 6 little party hats, which will be very, very fun. And we are going to be making a tiny little birthday box. Jay, can I ask you for help for something? Thank you. All right, so there is our first little adorable tiny party hat. Isn't he so cute? I know. He's so adorable. Can you please cut this die cut for me out of the die cut machine? It's already over there out of the lightweight chipboard. Of course. You wouldn't mind? Thank you so much. You guys don't get to see. I'm sorry. It's secret. Actually, you guys might have seen, but it's secret. All right, so there's our first little party hat. All the rest of these are going to be a little bit easier to do. So this guy, it's just the one with the wax linen is a little bit more involved, but obviously you don't have to do that part. I just like that part. So I'm going to use even thinner little twines. And for this one, I'm going to pick out different ribbons depending on what color I've chosen. And I'm going to put the 1/8" double-sided tape, again, just along the bottom. And I'm sticking that all the way around. And then we're going to wrap this in place. And then I have the fluffy ribbon because I think this stuff kind of looks like a cloud, but it's very magical.
It accommodates to the curve.
Yes, it does accommodate to the curve a little bit better. Absolutely. And I just think that's so cute. It's so adorable. Oh my gosh. Now for the little topper piece, you might be like, it really needs a little poof ball. And if I had a poof ball, I would have done it. But I forgot to pick up poof balls this morning, so that's all right. Not a problem. So I have my little bit here, so I'm just going to go ahead and press that right on the top of our little hot glue there. And now we have our cute little topper. Thank you so much. All right, isn't that so much fun? So now we have a couple cute little party hats, and they are really, really little, but they are so precious. I just love them. All right, so now we're gonna just do our last little bits here. Now, obviously, I recommend the double-sided tape, but if you feel confident enough and you want to do the hot glue, this would be the other option. You just have to be very, very, very careful. And then this sticks all the way around. And I just love all these little tiny textured ribbons. This is also really great craft if you have like little ribbon scraps at home and you're like, I'm not really sure what to do with them. If you have bits of paper, you cut them into circles. Huh?
It just takes a tiny
It just takes a tiny little bit, exactly, just a small amount. Yes, you really don't need very much. Now for this piece up here, for the topper of this one, since this is a weird little strip and it's kind of textured, in order to make a little topper, I'm going to use a tiny piece of 1/8 of an inch wide tape right down the center of my little ribbon here. Whoops. And then I'm going to peel this off, and then I'm actually going to, whoops, I peeled the tape right off. It's not my plan.
You said you were
The
going to.
film, I'm going to peel the top film off is what I meant to say. There we go. And then I'm going to take this guy and I'm actually going to roll it up, which I know is really hard to see what I'm doing here, but I'm going to roll it all the way up on that double-sided tape like this. So it goes all the way down like that. So then you end up with like a little ball, right? And there it goes rolling away. And then you can take your little hot glue and put a little dot at the top there. And then you can stick your little topper there. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, I love it. And I have so many fun ribbons that you can do with this. I thought that was really cute. Okay, I have 3 left. Here we go. All right. So my colors are not going to match perfectly here, but that's okay. They don't need to be perfect. Again, for the sake of going quickly here, we're going to do this. All right. We've got our cute little rick-rack, which is very fun. Oh, my little party hat time.
You don't have any sparkles on them yet.
No, I don't have any sparkles on them. Now, you know, I actually have a ribbon that is a little bit sparkly. I will bring out some little stickles this week for those people that need a little bit of sparkles. I don't want to add too many sparkles. And the reason why is because sometimes I get kids out during the week and they get a little excited about the sparkles.
Especially girls.
Yes, that's right, that's right. Everyone gets very excited. But you know, it's really funny. I get people that love glitter and I get people that absolutely despise it, and that's okay. You know, I'm in the I love the glitter. That's the party I'm at. All right, so now I have my little topper here. So to do the topper for this guy, I took a tiny piece of rickrack and just kind of folded it in half, and then I'm gonna stick that right there at the top so he's a little bit more festive. Look how cute. I thought that was pretty adorable. It's supposed to be just a tiny like little piece just sticking up at the top. It's just a piece of rickrack. Oh, I folded it in half. Oh no, you're fine.
Oh, it looks like a little bird.
It does. From the distance, it does. It
Looks like a
does.
little bird.
Oh, cute. How cute. All right. So
That
for
was a happy accident, but yeah, for
Yes.
his head and his beak.
yes.
With a
Oh.
little bird.
Oh my gosh, how cute is that? All right, I'm gonna put the
I bet you couldn't make that happen again.
I'm not sure that I could, but I love that you saw that there was a bird there.
But it sure looked like it from
All
a
right,
distance.
so I've taken the 1/8 of an inch ribbon or 1/8 of an inch double-sided tape and put it on the back of the 1/8 of an inch ribbon, so it's very, very small. And now this one is going to be a little bit more glittery than some of the others, and this is going to wrap. Oh my gosh, I did not cut my piece quite long enough. Let's try that again. It was just about a 1/2 an inch too short. That's the one thing when it comes to doing this, you gotta estimate longer than you think.
Get it the right length.
Yes, exactly.
So putting it on the ribbon.
I probably should have measured my ribbon ahead of time, but I wasn't sure how much I was going to need there.
Nah.
It's amazing, even using a 2-inch circle, that it's definitely not 2 inches. You need significantly more. Probably need a good 4 to 5 inches of ribbon per. All right, we'll try this again. Okay, once again, landing on the seam here. It's going to wrap all the way around. All right, there we go. And then since I have a little bit of this left over here, might as well do the same thing I did earlier. All right, and put a little bit of adhesive there. And now I'm going to do the same thing I did before, and maybe it will look like a little bird again, but put a tiny little bit of glue on the top there. All right, and then this will stick on next. All right, and now we have one more party hat to do, and then we will have all 6 party hats done. All right, and the last one, I'm going to go with a totally different color here because I'm okay with that. Nice. Okay, there we go. And we'll go ahead and wrap this guy around here too. This one, just like the satins don't hold, they don't fit as nicely around the curve, but it still looks cute, so I'm going with it anyway.
You can kind of push it in periodically against the tape and it would leave a little ruffle.
Yeah, a little ruffle. Yeah, that's a really great idea. Yes, or I could even ruffle it on purpose. I might need to do that at a later time. All right. Okay.
Purchase.
All right. Okay. All right, and then for the little topper piece, I'm gonna do one more of our little things here. Put a little bit of the glue. I know they are so cute. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love them. Now I'm using hot glue just for the purposes of going quickly, but double-sided tape works just fine. I have that also. So when if you guys are making party hats at home and you want to do this, just know that double-sided tape works great. But hot glue would also suffice. Okay, so once you have all your party hats done, so cute, I thought it would be really fun to make a little birthday box. Because I don't know about you guys, once I made the tiny party hats, I was like, and what will I do with my tiny party hats? What will be my plan? So,
That was the surprise?
what was that?
And that's the surprise?
That's the surprise, the little box, yes. So we're gonna make a tiny little birthday box. So that way, if I wanted to give a little birthday surprise to a friend, I can. Because I was like, after you have after you have tiny little party hats, of course you could hide them everywhere. But it's a little bit more exciting to give them to someone as a little present. All right. Okay, so we're gonna fold these all up. And then I'm going to take a little bit of glue on the side here. And this is going to go here. And then we're going to close that on up. So you have your little box. All right. Then you get to fill it up with all the fun stuff. So I have all of these, which I know at the moment you're like, that seems ridiculous. Why would you have all these strips of paper? I'm going to share something with you. Do you know that if you have vellum or little strips of paper like this, you can actually curl them like curling ribbon? I don't know if you guys know that. So what you do is you run this up against the edge and you just pull it like that. And then you have little curls. Isn't that perfect? So you can take your little box and you can fill it with all your little curly cues. You just find your most favorite ones and you just curl them on up.
How are we doing hats?
Oh, I gotta show you my new shoes.
Yeah.
Do you want to do small ones like that, or do you want to do a little bit of this?
Small like that.
Oh my gosh, so cute for the celebration.
We'll make those tomorrow, and I'll bring my hot glue gun.
That's perfect. That's perfect. All right. So once you have all your curly cues all curled on up, then you're gonna put your little party hats in there. And I thought it would be super fun. This will be really great if you wanted to give a little gift certificate to someone, but you want it to be more of a gifty kind of a thing. This would be a really great way to go because then it's a party in a little box and you have all of your little bits and pieces. Very exciting. And then to finish it off, I'm going to grab this little piece of paper here and I'm actually going to get my paper cutter and just cut myself a little piece. This would be, of course, if you wanted it to be birthday themed. And I'm going to put the little chevron in one side, and then I have the little happy birthday stamp here. And I have tiny little stars in case you need tiny little stars for your happy birthday time. And then, apparently I forgot my hot glue pen, or I forgot my hole punch, but that's okay. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back side of this, and we'll stick that on the side right there. And there you have a cute little birthday box. Woohoo! Obviously, I want there to be a little bit more cute little things hanging out the outside because I just want them to be, I want it to be fun and curly. Party in a box? That's right, that's right. Okay. There we have this week's craft. Woohoo! It's so cute with our tiny little party hats for celebration. It's just so adorable. All right, friends. So this craft will be up for the next week. You can come down and make your own tiny little party hats, and I hope you do. We'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.